Well, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Three Crones in the Woo Woo. Hi, everybody. My name is Gayle Nicholson. I am your Dragon Slayer crone. To my side, we have Miss Krista Ducharme, who is our crystal crone, or traveling crystal crone. Yeah. And down below, we have Miss Damaris Samolinski, who is our stargazer crone. And we are the Three Crones. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you are watching us live, please say hello in the comments. We love when people interact with us. And if you're watching us on replay, same, but just let us know you're on the replay. All righty. So this has been a fantastic week for all of us, I think. I've seen some beautiful pictures from Krista and Damaris. Damaris, why don't you start? How's things going down in New York?
Oh, it's going really good. You know, it's just I'm working on things, but it's really good. It's peaceful, you know, when it's non-eventful.
That's good. That's very good.
Peaceful.
Very cool. Well, Krista's been traveling again and seeing some absolutely stunning sights. If you happen to be friends on Facebook, you've probably seen the pictures I've seen. And I am just in love with the architecture in Bucharest.
It's amazing. And I haven't even posted. I mean, I have more pictures to post, which I hope to do later. But oh my gosh, okay, so true story. For my personal humble opinion, save your money, do not go to Paris. All right. If I just burst somebody's bubbles, crushed their dreams, I am sorry, but you're going to thank me later. Okay.
Why is that? Why is that?
Because it is watch Paris in TV shows like Emily in Paris. Really, that's a cute show, right? Watch Paris in movies. Watch Paris in all these other, things. I mean, I love the version of Paris that I saw in Highlander, the TV series.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved that version of Paris, but yeah, no. It's just, for me, when we were there, it was wonderful because we were with friends. And that's what made it really cool. But honestly, go to Bucharest. It is literally called Little Paris, or the Paris of the East. And it is, the people there are so friendly. Although I don't want you going to Bucharest. What am I doing? Why am I telling you? You know what? Cancel that. Everyone go to Paris. I'll go to Bucharest.
You are too funny.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, I mean, it's an amazing. It's really a combination of worlds. And Bucharest really is still a young city. What smells bad, Harry? The Paris or Bucharest?
Paris.
Oh,
well, Parisians smell bad. They have different hygiene.
Well, it is. Yes, the traveling crone guide. Yeah, Paris. Yes, I don't. So we were there and it was cold. So you can't smell any, you know what I mean? Bacteria doesn't have that perfumey flavor or scent going when it's cold out. So, but yeah. But Bucharest was amazing. I am so sorry I missed being with you guys last week, but no joke. We were the event that we had to go to. It was so funny. I was like, I'll be able to pop on. But yeah, no.
I have an announcement to make.
Okay. What's your announcement?
So Tanya called me the other day and she was like, Krista invited everybody. Can I come? So I was like, yes, on March 14th. And then Ada is going to come too.
Yay!
would be a road trip.
Yes.
Awesome. I
Oh,
was
that's
hoping to meet you guys, and I didn't. I almost asked earlier today because I just was getting this vibe. Oh my God, I'm so happy about
They
that.
want to meet you. They already know me, but they want to meet you guys.
Oh, we want to meet them. And anybody, seriously, you all are invited. This is not a, you come with, once I know a rough number. Oh, she's going to be doing it. Yay!
That is awesome. I'm so excited. Thank you. Oh my God.
And Tracy's taking the day off, she said.
Awesome.
So we're going to get to see Tracy. And then, of course, you'll get to meet Mama Crone.
Yeah.
Well, everybody may not get to meet Mama Crone, but Gayle and Damaris, you'll at least get to see her.
Awesome.
Because she's going to still be restricted to her room.
Yeah.
Well, not her room, to her bed, which is, I don't think it's her bed. I think it's actually the house. She can't go outside of the house. So
we need to reach out to the local 2 college kids in a moving truck service and get one of those chairs and 2 strong, sturdy boys to bring her out there.
Yes, the hunks.
Like that.
Well, we can ask. I don't know. I heard her 2 grandkids will be 2 of her 4 grandkids will be there, and they both could pick her up and move her. However, I'm just not so sure she'll be all up for the whole being picked up and moved. Yeah,
oh, wow. We can dream. We can dream.
I know, but maybe she'll get a get out of jail free card. I don't know. And actually,
we're in the best healing situation possible. Yeah. So maybe jostling her and throwing her around is not the best idea. But I'm
excited.
Very excited. We're for that announcement, Damaris. Oh my gosh, we're all just, I got tears in my eyes. This is so exciting.
Yeah, I am so excited.
Yes, I am. I am so excited about this, and I'm going to keep posting. I'm going to do another update and post again this week about me being in the States and us getting together. And hey, people, bring friends. If you think they might like us or want to, we are pretty awesome people.
I was very shocked that Tanya called me. I didn't know she would come all the way to, Massachusetts. So I'm so happy.
Well, I am thrilled.
Yeah.
I am thrilled. I'm really excited. I love this.
And Allison, we're going to get to meet her too.
And Allison, I did get to meet her for like 10 minutes, maybe 15. And she's a gem. So I'm excited to see her again as well. And so, it'll be a really fun time. And we'll see who else comes. We still have a little, we have 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. So keep sharing and keep inviting. If you think there's somebody who may want to come from your neck of the woods, Gayle, come invite them.
Well, there you go. Harry, you're invited.
Harry,
I'm like, I posted it. Everyone's invited. Oh my God. I will send out. Do I need to send out invitations?
Send out invitations.
Here's the thing. People do need an engraved invitation in a lot of times because you're activating people's self-image. When you say everyone, if they aren't somebody that naturally feels like I'm part of the group, then they're like, everyone doesn't include me.
Yes. That's true. Okay. No, that is a very, okay. So I'm going to work on this. Getting better invitations out and using names.
Yes.
I can do that. I'm really good at that kind of thing.
You are.
You're
really good at that.
I'm really good at that kind of thing.
Yeah, so I'll definitely do that. So to see who else comes out.
Yeah, I love it. And you two do the same. You both have brought other people to our group. And, maybe they need that invitation from you guys, because I'm always thrilled when people will travel. I'm somebody who has, no problem traveling.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, and for me, I'm always up for a good adventure. On Thursday, I'm driving with 2 other girlfriends. We're going to go and have a mammogram party.
I wouldn't call it a party.
Yeah, we're living it up, but we have to drive
a party. Getting squeezed. I don't know about all of that.
Well, we're gonna do shopping with it.
Okay.
Well, see, there you go. That could make it worth it.
Yeah, and we have to drive 3 hours down and then 3 hours back.
That's crazy. How come so far?
Because that's where our hospital is.
Okay.
The downside of living this, glamorous military life.
Nice.
So funny.
Oh my goodness.
Our hospitals aren't always around the corner. We have to sometimes go to them.
Yeah.
So that's all good. Yeah.
Fair.
I'll send more pretty, or I'll share more pretty pictures, because the area we go to and we drive down to is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, it is a party, we'll have some good tunes, some great conversation, and I enjoy, and I'm the one driving. So hopefully everybody's up for really keeping the conversation going, because the 3 hours coming back, I think, are going to be the tough ones.
Yeah. Probably tired. So everybody will be,
Yeah, we're leaving at 7 a.m. and we'll be back between 7 and 8 p.m.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a long day.
Have a nice playlist.
Yeah. I'll ask Andrea some, I'll put it out to the ladies and say, all right, give me some bands you like to listen to, and I'll make a playlist.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, it could be a lot of fun. It looks like we have more people on. Hi, everybody. We have people. Hi. Hi, people. Say something so we can say hello. Other than hi, people.
Yeah.
I've been told that, we need to be very specific.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
You got to make people feel important, right?
And they are important. So we keep having people pop in and pop off.
Without them, we have no show.
And that is a true story.
Each other.
That's true.
It.
It's true.
But having each other's good too.
Yeah. But we need more.
I know more is better. More is better. All right.
Damaris needs her adoration, please.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, it makes it so much more fun when there's people to interact with and they're commenting and all of that.
Definitely.
Otherwise, we might as well just be on a like family Zoom call.
Yeah.
Although those can be fun too. My family plays Uno over Zoom.
Now, that could be a lot of fun.
I've done it that way over Zoom.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's everybody's got to have their own deck, right?
Uh-huh.
And you just basically show the card before you play it, and then the next person in the Zoom box, in the Brady Bunch Zoom box, has to play off of that card.
Was this post-COVID?
No, actually, we had started playing it before COVID.
Oh.
My daughters and I, when I was in Arizona, and my oldest daughter was in California, and we would do that way. And then during COVID, I brought it up to my siblings, the upper level of everybody. And so now it's just the old fogies that play it.
All right.
In a little while, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. There's not a whole lot of games that you can play over Zoom, but that's one of them, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So at any rate, and speaking of my oldest daughter, yesterday was her 35th birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mandy.
So yeah, she's I'm so very, very proud of her. She's really had the life of my dreams.
Awesome.
And what I dreamed for her. So
Awesome.
yay, I'm very, very, I'm proud and pleased with both of my daughters, but my older daughter especially, because she's the one that had to deal with all my young mistakes,
Yeah.
And
First time mom, right?
self-absorbedness and her getting the splash over,
Yeah.
all firstborns get the
They go through a lot.
I
know.
Well, I think it was my daughter. I think Genevieve's the one who said, all being a parent is children raising children until they learn how to become a parent.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, that's an interesting way of putting it. Now, understand, none of my kids have kids, but I was like, for a 20-year-old, that was kind of deep, an observation. So yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm glad that she's doing so well.
Me too.
Awesome.
But you know what? I honestly think, and I could be wrong, but I don't think that I am. I honestly think that one of the reasons why she is doing so well is because her husband went into the Marines.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, Krista, that when you become a Marine, your wife becomes a support Marine, so to speak,
Yeah.
And there's those spouse meetings that they are trained how to support the Marine and that type of thing. And I really think that helped the two of them gel together and become a cohesive unit. There's other factors as well, but I really think that really helped because it gave her a mission as well as him,
Yeah.
And I'm glad they're out now and he's retired and they're doing other things as well, but they're still benefiting from all of it. He still works at the same base with the same people, and she's now in university again. On the GI Bill. So, it's the military is the gift that keeps on giving,
and it very well can, in many ways in one.
Yeah.
Don't worry, they are going to get the pound of flesh. And believe me, when I tell you, you're going to be asking for that intravenous IV of blood there because they're going to be taking it from this one too. So it's all good. You just need to know how to work the system.
There you go.
It is very important to learn how to play the system.
It is. So last week I did a very big boo-boo. So I'm going to I'm going to do a bigger thing. I've been so focused on the fact that we're retiring next year, right? Because I have to, for me, really, I have to wrap my head around it. It will be 34 years and change for Kevin's career, but my entire life. I have not skipped a day of being with active duty person. I was born into this lifestyle and just kept on going. But last week I did a very big boo-boo and I forgot to congratulate Kevin on his 33rd year of being active duty.
Congratulations, Kevin.
Congratulations.
So, yes. And he's so funny. He's like, that's a master number. I would have thought you would have said something.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm really focused on retiring.
He's such a good sport, Kevin.
So last Monday on International Self-Love Day, February 13th, Kevin celebrated his 33rd year of service.
Wow.
That is when he went off to boot camp.
A lifetime ago.
Yeah, it is a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
It really, really, really is a lifetime ago. And and then he met me in October, the same year, 1990. He met me in that October. So
what a whirlwind.
Yeah, and then we've just, is like, we've been together pretty much since October 19th, 1990.
Wow.
Yeah.
In Japan you met, right? You said?
Yes, we did. We met in Japan.
Jesus.
Pardon?
What are the chances?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And it was very interesting, conversations. Our paths had crossed, and a bit in our, well, yeah, like our senior year of high school, junior and senior year of high school, but we never really met. I had met other people who who were in his friend group, and our schools were miles apart, but not that far apart, because we were both going to high school in New Hampshire.
Crazy.
So yeah, it was very crazy. Mm-hmm.
Wow. All right, my loves.
All
we
right.
need to into our segments today. So Damaris, let's do this.
Let's go. All right. So the first thing I want to say is I posted something yesterday. I think it was yesterday about 333. It's a portal. And if we can all, dream of a heaven on earth that day, it would be amazing, because all together we can create this. And I'm just going to go back into the segment. So I'm going to talk about Saturn going into Pisces on March 7th. Pisces is the most mystical sign of the zodiac. With Saturn going into Pisces, it's going to initiate sort of like a spiritual renaissance. And so March is going to be a really, really, really powerful month, because also Aquarius is moving into, Pluto is moving into Aquarius on March 23rd. And that also, Aquarius is the sign of world service. And together, these two transits happening in March is going to create an amazing opportunity for us to create heaven on earth. I feel that with those transits, the power is going to come back to we the people. Because of Aquarius, remember, Aquarius is a collective, all of us together, one human race. It's going to collapse. Pluto is going to collapse anything that has been just serving the few and not the many. And this is worldwide. This is on the planet. And so, people that have been serving and that haven't been really out to help everybody, they will come down. I mean, it's going to be a 21-year transit, the Pluto transit. So it's going to start slowly, but it's going to be progressing as we move. It's going to be until 2044. By then, the world would be so different. It's not going to be the same world. That's 21 years. So it's not that far away. If you think about it.
Going into what?
It's going into Aquarius. So it's going to dismantle anything that wasn't about oneness, anything that wasn't any agency, corporation, anything that was not, to help the many for the betterment of the planet.
Okay. So is that like the real age of Aquarius when we're talking about how long Pluto is going to stay there, right?
21 years. It's going to be there, breaking down systems, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Worldwide, because it's not just here. It's worldwide. So within that time period, which is 21 years, because Pluto will stay in Aquarius up until 2044. By 2044, which we should be alive by then. How
about instead of by then, we'll still be alive then.
We will get to see the complete destruction of, let's say, the self-serving and the unity of we will have common bonds, common causes. That's what humanitarian projects will be at the forefront. Like if you want to help animals, you want to help the homeless, whatever it is, we can create those causes, create those those foundations, if you will, that help other people that are needy and that need us. Because I've always said that whatever you withhold from someone, it will be withheld from you at some point in this life or the next. So we really have to embed that in our consciousess, that whatever we withhold will be withheld from us. And so with all of these planets and all of the transits going on, and especially because of Pisces is just spiritual love, spiritual love. And that's why, everything is going to shift, everything. And for those people that don't believe it, they will see it slowly but surely. A lot of people don't believe in the planets. They don't believe in this, but the planets don't lie. The energies of the planets don't lie at all. The planets are about timelines. So this is the time. It is time for we the people to get our power back, and all of us together as one. So it's an amazing time to be alive. It's an amazing, we chose to be alive during this time, Hi, Chris. I love her. We chose to be alive during this time. And so, we have to become, like I've said before, we have to become our own leaders. We have to lead by example, And it's also the golden rule, right? Do unto others as you want done unto yourself. All of these spiritual things are coming into being now, are coming into, our realities, whether we like it or not. It's just happening. And so we either have to go with the flow and the energy, or we suffer, so it's up to each and every one of us which way we're going to go. I already know which way I'm going, but definitely we can't be sort of like lacking confidence with ourselves, because how is anybody going to follow you as a leader, if you will, if you're not confident within yourself? So this is a time of preparation. This is a time of getting rid of all the self-doubt, all the things that block us, whether it is our own thoughts or belief systems, whether it's genetics, that we carry over from one generation to the other. All those things we're meant to sort of like, get rid of at this time, so that we can be, the new essential workers, of the future, if you will.
Right. Now, I'm really interested to find out, to see how this unfolds, because earlier this week, I was having a random conversation with somebody, and he was joking about having to work on Sundays. And I'm like, I'm glad to be working on Sundays, because then I don't have to make excuses to my sister for not going to her church.
Okay.
Because it's not a church that I'm aligned with. It's a church that my sister is aligned with. My sister is an Aries. Okay. Now, she may not believe or understand all of the implications of that, but it informs the way that she looks at life, where, there's going to be a war, and there's going to be fighting, and there's going to be, victory one day, right?
Yeah.
Whereas me being a Libra, I'm more in alignment with, Jesus talking about lions laying down with lambs, and, we're going to stop fighting, right?
Yes.
So if you're a Christian, you should be speaking non-fighting, not
100%. I agree.
Exactly. If you're sorry, really and truly, part of the reason why we have as many wars from a historical standpoint is because we get so absorbed with religion. Our religion, and our is in the big hour.
Yes.
Then whoever it belongs to. And they are like, well, I'm the one who's right because, of whatever religious thing that they.
And the worst part is that people are right with the way they think. And
that's fine. Yeah, I don't disagree with it.
And that takes me back to what I was starting to talk about, in that there are certain types of creations from the all-inspired creator, right, that they require right and wrong. They require truth and hidden, they require that duality in their view of life, right? So as we start moving into this age of Aquarius, where we start coming together and having humanity, what is going to happen to these people that are under sun signs that require there to be an other, that require there to be an enemy, right?
Yeah, they're going to have to shift.
All that will shift.
You know, they're going to have to shift gradually. And so if they don't, they're going to really have a hard time, because like I said before, you know, Aquarius is world service. It's all about the human race. It's about us coming together collectively as we, the people of the world, you know?
Yeah.
I've always wondered, and just taking it back a little bit, I've always wondered, you know, why do we have to pay sales tax, let's say, on the property we own, right? Like who took over it? Who owned, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. You know, these are questions that might seem dumb, but I just don't get it. Like, who owns the land and why? When did they take it? You understand what I'm saying? I feel like we all own it, because we're all here. We all should be taking care of the planet. We should all be taking care of the earth and all of its inhabitants, right? Mm-hmm. So who takes over, you know, specific areas and how and why? Mm-hmm. You understand? It's like only the few, you know, get all the benefits and then the rest don't. That has to shift with this Pisces energy. It has to shift with the Aquarius energy, with the Pluto energy. Pluto is going to destroy, which where your system may be, you know, seeing the war, because there has to be chaos before there's a calm. And so we're going to experience all those things throughout these years until, you know, we start the rebuilding of the planet, that, you know, is fair to all of us, to we the people, and not even the people, the animals as well. You know, I always include them in this too, because they also get abused and they also suffer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, right. Yes. So
mm-hmm.
that's not what God intended for the planet, you know, the way it is now. And so that's why I always say it's biblical, you know, because it's almost like this already happened. It has happened before, you know, and history keeps repeating itself because we ourselves are not changing. And, you know, we tend to say, oh, it is what it is, you know, but if we keep saying it is what it is, we're never going to change the things we can no longer accept. And so, you know, at what point or when do we start understanding that it's us? You know, we don't really have like a savior, if you will. We have to save ourselves, and together we can do it. You know,
we each are our own saviors.
Yes, yes.
You know, it's not a case of one person is going to come in and fix it all.
No,
we have everything within ourselves to do that.
Exactly. And so if we all came together, imagine the things, the magic and the miracles, that's your word, Gayle, the miracles that we can perform. You know, Jesus Christ said that we would go on to do greater things than he did, you know, and so we have that ability, that option, but it is a choice. I mean, we have free will. So it is a choice that we all have to make. And I am willing to make it. And, you know, I want to be sovereign from my own limitations, my own old belief systems. And I also don't want to be governed. I want to be living free. I know from a spiritual perspective, I know not to harm someone because it will come back to me. So I know the spiritual laws. And so I want to be sovereign, and it's either sovereignty or death, just like, you know, Patrick Henry with his quotes, you know,
that's exactly what he meant.
Freedom. That's how I feel the same way. And so if I'm not going to be sovereign, I'd rather go home to God, because why would I be here? You know, to be somebody else's tax slave? Yeah, I don't think so. And so the world has to shift, you know, and it will. And the more positive that we are, the more we help that change. The more negative that we are, the more we help the other side, where they don't want to lose control and power. So we have to stay positive in order to then create what we really want, which is freedom, to just live and you know, be happy and have self-fulfillment, if you will, you know, and that's what's happening with all these planets. It really, really is. It's happening slowly, but surely, you know, and so I'm excited about it, actually, you know.
I have a question that I want to verify once again, because I get confused. So March 3rd is a portal.
It's a portal, 333.
333. Okay, there's another 3. Okay, and I'm writing it down.
Yeah.
All right, so I wrote that down. Now my other thing is Pluto goes into Aquarius for 21 years on what date? Starting
March
which day?
23rd.
March.
Another 20. It's going to be 3, 23, 23. Do you see this? Pluto went into the Pluto return, which it was from 1776. So it's been 247 years on February 22nd, 2020, 2022. So all of these numbers, you see how the numerology comes in.
Yeah.
Pluto went into the return. The Pluto return started February 22nd, 2022. Now we have Pluto going into Aquarius 3/23/23. So it's all the numbers are showing us, how powerful these energies are, whether people believe it or not. It is happening. I really look at the astrological aspects rather than the news, because there's no margin of error in the astrological aspects. In the news, people put in their opinion, their perspectives, and you may get half truths based on people's perspectives and stuff like that, but not from the planets. The planets do not lie. That energy is amazing and very powerful. So I'm going to go into the number if you guys don't have any other questions.
No, go right ahead. I was just going to point out that March 23/23, 3 being the spiritual trinity, creator, created.
Today is a 3.
Yeah.
And today's a 3. Go ahead. Go for it.
Oh my gosh. So 3 is, again, a trinity. It is a number of manifestation as well. One person came, then almost like, let's say Adam and Eve came, and then they had a child. So it's like father, mother, child, right? It's also the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. It's a trinity. It also, because it's ruled by Jupiter and Mercury, it's self-expression, which is Mercury, and freedom, right? So it's freedom and self-expression. Again, each of us has to be able to express ourselves for our own gifts, whatever we brought in. All of us brought a gift, a spiritual gift. It's up to us to sort of like unearth that gift and then bring it to the table, like I always say. So our self-expression is unique to us. So this number is really allowing us, this vibration is really allowing us to tap into that self-expression and then just bring it to the world and be free to do it without limitations or restrictions. Now, I do want to say that the number 3, there's different vibrations to the number 3. And so what is that? I said 1 and 2 is 3, right? 3, I'm going to say 3 and 9 equals 12, which is a 1 plus 2 is 3. So then if you're bringing the vibration of the 3 and the 9 is Jupiter and Mars. So then it gives you a whole different energy. So however the 3 comes about, it's bringing different planets into the equation, and it'll give you that energy. There's also 4 and 8 is 12, and it gives you a 3. 4 is Pluto and Saturn. I really like that vibration.
It's interesting. That's really
because these are the 2 planets that are moving in March. They're transiting. And they are really planets that are going to bring a spiritual renaissance to this earth. And so I'm going to go with that vibration of the 4 and the 8, which is a 12, then equals the 3 ultimately. But with those 2 planets at the forefront, bringing in the energy of the new earth.
Nice. Awesome.
I like how you call it a spiritual renaissance.
You like it?
I like that, but the word renaissance speaks to me. So I think that's probably what a lot of that is it has to
it resonates with you, the word.
It really does resonate with me. So I'm like, oh, that's neat. I like that.
Well, you know what I love the most is that we've already been on this path, on this journey, at least the 3 of us, right? We've been on this journey, and that tells me that we're meant to be here. We're meant to help in the rebuild of the new earth. We've been initiated if you will, for years, you know, and we have to own it. We have to own it. We can't shy away from it. We have to own it.
Yeah. Yep. Oh my goodness. Well, that I love that, because that just feeds right into what I'm going to be talking about today. But not yet. First of all, we got to look at these really cool stickers.
Okay.
I just love how that fades off.
I do.
I love that commercial. It's a commercial.
I'm going to bring stickers and magnets with me.
Oh, yay.
Yes, I am. And I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll get inspired and make a special one.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Yes.
For us meeting for the first time. I don't know.
Alignment.
What?
Excited.
Three Crones alignment. We're all in this space.
Oh my gosh, I like that. I need to write
And
that
it's going to be in March, and March is such a powerful month. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
I like that.
And the spring, right? We have the spring equinox.
Yep.
Yes. That'll be like a week or so after we meet.
Yes. Yeah, it is. And so, yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I was just thinking when that went on, I'm like, oh, I should make one, because I'll have it shipped directly to my mom's house. So then it doesn't have to come here.
For my boxes, let me show you guys real quick.
Okay. Oh, beautiful.
So it looks like this.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, I love it. Look at you go, girl. Look at you go. I love that.
Thank you.
It's awesome. Okay, so let's get on to the crystal of the day.
I thought there was only blue sapphire. I didn't know there was a black one.
There are actually many colors of sapphires. There's pink sapphire and red sapphire and black sapphire. We actually, it's actually natural star sapphire is what black sapphire is. And so yeah, sapphire comes in many different colors. I've seen
what's
different
the other
colors.
name for red sapphire? You remember?
No, what is it?
I think it's a ruby.
No,
I
don't think it's it's different.
Oh, is it beryl? Oh, ruby and emerald are the same. Never mind. Forget me. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was like, no, because it's a different chemical makeup. But it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. In any case, yeah, they're
beryls, but sapphire is different. You're right.
Yeah, sapphire is different. It begins with a C. I had the word up. What?
Corundum.
That's it. Corundum.
Whoa.
Yes. And I think Kevin's playing my singing bowls. He is playing my singing bowls. Sorry.
He's too funny.
He's playing my singing bowls right now. That's fine. I think they're really going to speak to him when he starts playing with them. So, in any case, blues or a star sapphire, which is called a black sapphire, it's really good with deflecting negative energies, but yet attracting positive ones. Think of how have you guys ever seen a star sapphire, a natural star sapphire? And it really has that, it has that star effect, right? But you can only see that star effect in certain, A, if it's cut really well, and B, if you're hitting it from a certain angle. It's not one of those that you see the star all the time. It kind of like moves like water. It's really super cool. I've seen a couple of really beautiful star sapphires over the years, and so yeah, it was really an interesting thing. But the aspect that really speaks to me when I was looking this up and thinking about what we need to do is not only does it deflect the negative and it attracts the positive, but it also helps to promote clarity of thought, which seems to me that I'm not having much of at the moment. Clarity of thought, and it helps with easing the mental stress. So how many of you, this is mental stress and anxiety is something that's been a big conversation here in our house, because we're realizing like hot flashes. Okay, menopause talk, folks. Here I am. I'm going to give you guys some real good gouge. So a lot of our menopause is, of course, it's all about our hormones. Well, one of the things that really affects that, especially hot flashes, is the stress, but your anxiety of the thought of the hot flashes, or your anxiety of the whole process of menopause, right? Or whatever, the anxiety of that moment is for you. And so when you're thinking about mental health, and when you're thinking about things like anxiety and stress, and you're wanting it to balance out, especially with, as Damaris is saying, energy is going to become we the people. And as Gayle was pointing out, but I have a sister who is an Aquarius, and they get very, not Aquarius, and Aries, and they get very like, my life is, this is the way it happens, or this is the way it happens, but neither shall the two ever meet kind of thing. There is no rainbow colors between their black and white. Yeah. This is a great stone. It will help because it's going to help not just with what is affecting you, but what is affecting around you. So if you had a pendant, a black sapphire pendant or a star sapphire pendant, or you wore it as a ring, or maybe you get yourself a little cabochon and you're just carrying it around with you, you're going to find that it's going to deflect, but yet it's going to bring positivity, is going to gravitate towards you. Negativity is going to go away from you.
Yeah. I just uploaded a picture of a cabochon, a star sapphire cabochon. And I did that because the original video that I created for today shows a different cut. Okay. So when I wanted to point that out though, because when it's cut on the curve, right, then it shows up like this. Oh, shoot.
Oh, you have to move.
Okay. All right. Yes. So that's what that's like. All right. But when it's not cut as a cabochon, right?
No, when it's cut faceted, it looks very different.
It does. It gets often mistaken for onyx.
Onyx, yes.
Just like that.
And and they'll do that for the lower quality black sapphire. So and whereas if it's the star, they see it, and that's a higher quality. That's why you pay more for it.
Right.
Not to say that the other one won't be just as lovely for you. It's just it's still just a black sapphire, right? You won't see the star in it. But one of the things for me that kept coming up though for this is, in all this craziness, this stone would really help, because it will keep you mentally clear, or me mentally clear, so that we know where we're standing. We know where our energy aligns. I'm a huge proponent on send that shit back to them. It doesn't belong to you, send it back. And it's like, don't keep what doesn't belong to you, and don't take on other people's energies. 100%. You can be a compassionate person, and you can be a sensitive person, and you can sympathize and empathize with people without owning it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to own it.
Yeah.
But you can sit with somebody and be there for them, but you don't have to own it. All right. So yeah, this is a really cool stone. I remember when I really need to sit back and go on down my list and see who picked which stone again. Oh yeah. I may be having those of you who come to meet us, just as an FYI, pick 2024 stones.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
That would
Would
be
you all like to play with that?
Yeah,
and play? I think that would be a really cool and fun thing for us all to do.
Yeah.
So if you're there, well, yes, you'll get to help pick the
nice
2024.
for them to participate. Yeah.
I have loved how it all has worked out since I've started doing this, and especially getting other people's energy into it. Because what shows up as it goes down, as the year progresses, and I'm starting to get into that, I'm loving it. I really do. I really love it. So yeah.
All right.
So I'm all done with the crystal of the week. I hope it all made sense to you guys. But now, Gayle, go.
We just want to give a shout out to the Covenant of Joy, as always. And thank you so much to our Amethyst members who are there each and every other week for our Moon and Woo broadcast. We love it when you are with us for that. So if you're interested in finding out more, please reach out to Krista. She's the Patreon expert here. Or just go to Patreon and search for 3 Crones in the Woo Woo and sign up. All right. But know that you're not an Amethyst member. You're not included in the Moon and Woo. So we wanted to clarify that because there were a couple of people going, I can't find you. Well, you're not getting the notifications because you're not at that level. If you would like to get the notifications, then we would love to have you as an Amethyst level member. All righty. So today's topic. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness, we have new people too. Hello, Reginald. How you doing?
Hey, Reggie.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Well, in my multiple incarnations in the work world, I have different conversations with a lot of different people, right? And one of the conversations that came up this week had to do with people who like to stand around and complain, And that's one of the things that I really wanted to talk about this week, because like Krista said, you don't have to take part in that. If it's not yours, send it back. You don't have to go the other end of the spectrum either and go all holier than thou and I don't complain, whatever, right? But you can energetically just refuse the energy of that conversation, right? Now, Black Sapphire will help. Sometimes it's a literal shift in the grid that surrounds you, right? Which you can do when you use crystals and invoke them for that purpose, okay? Or sometimes it's just a visual reminder, right, of, that repelling nature, especially the star sapphire. My mother had a blue one, which I inherited, but I store it at the moment. They're really, really beautiful. But in looking at that star that shows up when the light hits it, the chatoyancy, they call it, the cat's eye of it, it kind of reminds me like Iron Man's palm, right? He puts that palm up and there's this light that emits from it that can destroy things. We're not looking for the destroying energy. What we're looking for is the repelling energy, like done. See you, bye. Bye-bye. You don't
talk to the hand.
Yeah, talk to the hand. Exactly. That's exactly the energy of it. Just talk to the hand. And you don't want to, especially when you have people, and there may be more than one around you that are taking part of that group commiseration, right? so that they can feel like part of something and they can feel included, right? Not on the outside, not rejected, but they're part of the group because they're having life just as hard as you are, and you don't have to take part in that. And with those types of people, it's often best if you don't glaringly reject that, right? You just want to stay in your own lane, so to speak, and allow them to do whatever it is that they need at whatever level of evolution they are exploring right now, right? And bless them on their way, all right? And sometimes that is the best way to get through a really rough day, right? Don't pick up the bag. Like, Krista did my segment before I did. Don't pick up the baggage, right? Send it back. It's not yours, right? It's also probably not advised to go all fucking Pollyanna on them too, right? No. They don't need a lecture in how they could be doing better. They need to immerse themselves in that negativity until they can no longer stand the dried shit on their ass, right? I often say people, grown-ups as well, are like toddlers in diapers, and they will sit in warm shit until it just gets dry and cracks, right?
Well, you get a rash, one or the other.
Yeah, and they're irritated and uncomfortable, but it's not your job to change their diapers. They don't want it changed yet. They want to suffer in it as long as they possibly can until they are so sick and tired of it, they get up and change it themselves, right? Yeah. And we forget that. We want to help people. We want to fix people. We want to make life better for everyone. But sometimes you can't rush the process. It's like a butterfly emerging from the chrysalis, right? Yeah. It's got to squeeze all the liquid out of its wings for it to be able to fly, right? Yeah. As difficult as it is to watch for us, all right? So just know going out into this next week, right? In wherever the context leads you, wherever your life leads you, right? Allow yourself to observe other people succumbing to stress and negativity, and stay within your own confines, if you will. Mm-hmm. Dress yourself in the light of gold, right? Meditate with the grid of gold around you so that it will keep that stress and negativity in other people's out of your life and into their own, because only by which they have suffered it long enough that they become aware of the fact that they are the cause of their own suffering. Yes. Thank you, Allison. Exactly. And you don't have to judge it. You don't have to do anything about it except for maybe be grateful that's not you. I can't tell you how many times I have said this to myself. Thank you, God, that that's not my life.
Yeah.
And I have said it to other people where we've both kind of looked at somebody and went, oh my God, that must be absolutely horrible to live like that.
Some people have a high degree of tolerance for pain. Yeah. So they learn to live with it, whether it's mental or physical.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's amazing how much we can tolerate as human beings. And we just get used to it. We just don't even realize that we are up to our nose in sewage. We think that it's rosy.
Yeah.
So at any rate, that is your assignment for this week, is to observe other people wallowing in their own negativity and stress and stay out of it. Okay. Be grateful that is not you. If there's anything for you to be grateful any day, there's always somewhere to look and say, I'm grateful that's not me.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome stuff. Mm-hmm. All righty. So let us continue on. Excuse me. Today's card of the day, the King of Wands. I love the King of Wands. He is one badass MF. He is, man. Look at him growing. doesn't even have to put any effort into it. He's just sitting there and things are blooming, you know? It's just awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Let me tell you a little bit about what Galaxy Tarot says about it. All right. So today, if it will open, here we go. Sit down and think about your goals today. You have a very clear understanding of yourself, what you're capable of, and what you want in your future. Here it comes back to the theme. Their shit ain't about you. Focus on you. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. Use that energy to get intentional about what you want. Not only can you set great goals today, you also have the energy to start working towards them. Now, this energy or this card could represent a person that you know or will encounter, or some aspect of yourself that's present to call upon now. So if you're not feeling it, call upon it. Okay? Ask it intentionally. I want more of this energy in my life. I want more King of Wands energy in my life. Okay? He's a natural leader, and so are you. He's devoted to his family and those he leads. Now, those people that he leads could be in work world, could be in, crochet club for whatever, however, wherever you are, show up as a leader. Be charming and kind and motivated to take action to bring about positive change.
I love that.
Be decisive and courageous and take risks based on your gut feelings. I adore King of Wands energy.
He is really the energy we need for the new earth.
Yes, absolutely. And step into that for this week. Awesome. Now, let's say congratulations to our winner. The woo-woo giveaway winner this week is Vicky Redfeather. Hi, Vicky. Thank you so much for being part of Three Crones in the Woo-woo. All you have to do is reach out to Damaris or Krista or myself to collect your reading. Now, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, or for anybody who doesn't, every week we give away a 30-minute reading to someone that is part of the Coven of Joy. That means you're a member in the group, okay? All right. And then we have other levels of Coven of Joy as well. But this goes out to anyone who is a member in the group, all right? And if you pick me, it'll be an intuitive tarot reading. If you pick Miss Krista, it'll be a crystal reading. And if you choose Damaris, it will be a numerology reading. All right. So all you have to do is decide what kind of reading you want and then sneak into the messenger of the pertinent crone and say, hey, I picked you. Let's do this. When do you have available? And we will get you on our schedule immediately. Now, for any of you that are ready for a spring reading, I mean, we all recommend that these readings are done for you at least every quarter.
Oh, yeah.
So we're coming up on the spring equinox this next month. So get in on our schedule for a spring reading, what's going to happen over the next 3 months for you. And we do these for anybody for a fee. But you have to contact each individual crone to find out what those fees are. All right.
And we also have gift certificates so that someone can buy it for someone else.
Yes.
That's right.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right. So congratulations again, Miss Vicky Redfeather. And we're looking forward to hearing from you soon. And thank you, everyone, for taking the time out of your day to take part with us and to have fun with us and to be part of this Coven of Joy that is, hopefully one of the leaders heading into the age of Aquarius that is just on the horizon for us. So thank you, everyone. We'll see you again soon. Have a fantastic week.